aggressively, Voxic especially, but it was nice to see Hobbit kind of find his own form in the team. So we'll see how this event also builds on that, because they obviously would have talked it over during either the flights or the day off they had. Hobbit, speaking of, finds Dupree, second kill of the round, and third, excuse me, going the way of HellRaisers. There was a lot more going on when we were still chatting, as Angel's gone down as well, but it's a 4-on-2. Pacific's trying to get back inside of the site from A main. From Tetris, can't do much. Hobbit's going to drop the bomb. Glaive next in line, they'll swing onto him. And HellRaisers take the round convincingly.
Well, there we have it. A very exciting start for HellRaisers there. It's a best of 3. They've got the work cut out for them here against the world's best, but that's exactly what they need to get going here on Mirage. They're going to have a nice clean pistol there, and we'll see if Astralis feel like force buying in the second round. I'd say they'll probably bring out the AKs in the third, but HellRaisers now a chance to bring out some rifles themselves and prepare for that in the next. That's what they should be doing. Hopefully keep one player on a full eco, maybe get the AWP out early. It looks like Angel might be operating in that manner. He's only got the USP at the moment. So trying to save a bit of cash in that respect. Hobbit finding the last 2 kills there. So they split not working out at all for Astralis. It is going to be the full eco for them. We'll go for a run boost here towards middle. You can see the objective here purely to get the bomb down. And players coming out of the palace area now, and it will be a couple of kills for the CTs here. They don't want to lose anyone ideally and deny that plan the best they can. It looks like it will just be Device going for the frag instead of the plant. He gets one, at least that's something. He wasn't going to get that bomb down at all, so baits out the low HP player. They get 1 kill. They're going to be buying up next round regardless. So well done to HellRaisers. They did lose a rifle, but it's recovered at the end. And they'll have 2 for masses, make it 3 now, and then 4. And I'm interested to see if Angel buys the AWP, which he does. He'll be giving that straight over to Voxic. So watch out for that. He definitely can go toe-to-toe with the likes of Device. That's going to be an interesting battle, and an important one, I would say, if they're going to have any chance of taking down the world's best on Mirage.
So with that, we get to the guns, and we get to the AK-47s. Voxic, the only one on the AWP. Oh, I say that as if that's a note. I should say did buy the AWP. That's more accurate to what I'm trying to represent. P9 for Dead Fox. He stays on that weapon, but we've got Astralis putting pressure on the mid already, and Voxic trying to peek high. He's got to be very careful. That smoke's got a timer on it, and if he's not aware that they're down below, has to fade off, which he now does. He's looked very dynamic over the last week.
Certainly has. Smoke to remove the vision of Voxic, though. Not really much he can do from that position now. We'll have to change up, see what's available to him as they set up for a B split. You can see Angel in towards CPL. Good position for a frag, but Device a little bit too quick. But the MP9 will punish him there. Dead Fox with good incendiary, but will it be enough? It actually will. 2 kills for him. 3 versus 3, and Vox, if he did say his AWP's going to be important as he hits 2 fantastic shots there towards the B bomb. So that's going to secure the round, get the 3-0 on the board, as it's up to Glaive now with such low HP. There's almost no chance he wins this one. The fact he's got so close to the bomb site, there is a chance he gets the AWP down, but doesn't need to do anything more than that. That's the question, really. 40 seconds on the clock, so available.
Should get, yeah, there you go.
A couple of frags, surely.
Yeah, easily takes down Voxic. That opens bomb for now, but I say that within seconds, that's going to change because this has gotten inside of the apartments. Glaive making noise. Is aware, knows not to peek. Even Glaive jumping up to see if he's in the hallway, won't spot him, and Issa pops out all too easily. 3-0. Really, the round comes down to Voxic. Very quick inside of the site. Again, we talked about dynamics. He starts over toward connector, plays the smoke, backs it off, knows his angles, smoked off, decides to rotate, make himself relevant, and he is quick. He's very quick on the trigger.
Excellent. On his day, he definitely can be as good as Device, so watch out for that. It is going to be a
big statement to make. I think that's the thing that really separates the top from sort of the rest is the consistency level,
Absolutely.
Right? The skill's there. It's just that he doesn't always hit that peak.
No, that's very true. But maps like Dust 2, that's in the pool here as well. I consider Voxic to be the best Dust 2 player in the game right now. So watch out for that. That's actually going to be really fantastic to see if he can step up to the level we expect, or hope for at least. As we'll see the Deagles come out. Never a foregone conclusion with Astralis. They definitely can find these opening picks. Players like Magisk and Dupree especially, excellent with the Desert Eagle. As we'll see them waiting. They've got no utility to work with really, so just trying to wait out the initial smokes and see if any CTs will make a mistake here. Voxy, though, very defensive. This time, not as dynamic. He knows they're going to be very low money. His Device is shoulder baiting out a shot. Confirms there is an AWP in spawn. They can't really go to A now because they haven't got the smoke to negate that AWP. Might as well try and go towards B and hope the AWP stays in position. That would be the most logical call at this point. But they have got to deal with Dead Fox, who's quite handy on short as well. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be Angel currently in that position. Issa will open things up. Remember, no utility to use, so it's not a surprise that the CTs will get that first pick with the rifles.
Device starts to work up with Magisk because they want B. Dead Fox there, ready and waiting with the rifle. Will spray, but only one. Tagged by both. Device gets the kill without the assist credit, so obviously not 50% or more damage done in that time, but nonetheless, it's Angel now holding toward the bomb and gets overwhelmed. Catwalk, wide open, single smoke. It was surprising they were able to get that much map control from that alone, given that it was a 4-on-2. Voxic now with the bomb toward B, but doesn't want to overcommit and have that fall to the enemy's hands. So MP9 and AK are the other two weapons still for the CTs. Glaive looking for a little bit of information. They had to stay aggressive with these pistols, tries to find an angle and hoping desperately that despite they were jumping in the side of the site that someone would walk to the doorway. The Deagle's not going to find anything for Astralis. So now it goes 4-0 for HellRaisers. Bomb plant in. That's a max loss bonus with a bomb plant. Max loss bonus because we start one in the bin already, if you want to call it that.
Yes, indeed. There's Hobbit. Looks like he's enjoying himself. Good to see. Not the best year for him in the Gambits phases after the major. Felt like it all went horribly wrong for that team. We didn't really speak much about Hobbit at all in 2018, to be honest. So it'll be nice to see him return to form and actually become a star player again. That'd be exciting as they go for the double orb setup. Dead Fox and Voxic. That's the the analysts, I should say, that discuss that on the desk. And
they are also admins.
They are also the admins as well.
The admins of us plebs. They take care of the casters. Whenever we have a technical glitch, it's actually them that fix it.
They run over, get on their hands and knees, and also fix it.
Yeah, I was. You got there.
Anyway, we'll see what can be done here. Another opening pick for HellRaisers. It will be Glaive to go down first. So, Dead Fox holding up. You feel like he's going to get a frag here as well. Like, there's flashes you can use to push him off. Looks like they're going to dry peek him, though, and he does miss. So, a bit of luck there for Astralis, and they will commit on the miss and see if Dupree can open things up. But Angel's there from short. Great smokes coming in as well. You can see it's actually very difficult for Astralis to do anything. How do they get out the small window now? It's even difficult to work out where it is. Device gives him an opening, though. Can they find a second? Angel has to go for the reload. That might cost him his life. But Dead Fox still in position, still alive and kicking in the 3-on-2. If he goes down, though, we'll see if Device and Co can get that bomb down, but apparently not. Great use of the PT-50, and now that should be a Dead Fox. After missing the initial shot, which would have guaranteed the round, he makes up for it with 3 at the end. Oh, what's happened there? Was he happy or?
I thought he said. I think he was. The words I heard suggested he was happy.
Maybe he's just like, he's so happy.
I thought I heard him say good something game. But the way he punched the desk, maybe I misheard. Maybe he was angry. Maybe he was mad about the way he went down. Nonetheless, 5-0 start against Astralis is brilliant.
Yeah.
And not only that, we saw how quickly the P250 was brought out. Dead Fox swinging around. We know he's capable on a secondary outboxing. Whoa, countered this time. Has to get away. Nade tag plus Molotov down inside of connector. He's on 39, but he's on the AWP. But this, yeah, for HellRaisers, this is a fantastic start.
You couldn't answer better than this. Astralis with 4 rifles now, Device only with the Desert Eagle. Certainly enough to win a round, but the lack of utility is worrying. We get 1 minute 20 into the round. They've got 1 smoke remaining here, a few flashbangs and a couple of Molotovs. It's enough, but alarming, I would say. Remember, the Grand Slam events, they do have a couple of chances with this one, being Pro League, and then Katowice as well, to unlock the $1 million. Surely, though, doing on home soil, just for Christmas, not a bad bonus. That'd be a lovely way to kick off the holiday season. But for now, Dead Fox spots him again. Doesn't fully commit to the spray. Just throws a flashbang here. It's all about self-preservation. Can he stay alive? I don't think so. Surrounded as Glaive opens things up. That's Dead Fox to go down and an early save for looks at things. I think that's a good call. You've got a 5-0 lead. Money's not amazing. There's been a few close rounds in there. Why not? You've lost the first kill. They've got a bomb down. They've still got residual utility as far as you're aware. So you might as well save the 4 weapons you have. It goes 5-1 and you still have a fighting chance in the next. So that's a good call. A conservative one, sure. Not the most exciting, but Astralis will appreciate that. That's exactly the call they would make in that sort of situation.
Well, gives them their first round. It's certainly looking promising. In-game leader, obviously, for HellRaisers. Angel has a large pedigree behind him. In fact, Hobbit saying that he joined this team out of the many options, apparently many options, that he had, strictly due to wanting to play underneath of him.
He is...
or with him, however you want to phrase that.
I guess generally underrated, but within the pro scene, I think everyone respects him for what he's done over the years. He was a huge name.
There was talk periodically that he may have gone to the Na'Vi squad when they were bringing Zeus back in and looking for leadership.
Yeah. He's definitely one of the better fraggers as well in that department in terms of being an in-game leader. And you can see our fancy new scoreboard here. Lovely stuff. You get all the information. I don't have to read it out anymore. It's all there for you. Perfect. 5-1. HellRaisers leading the charge, but another buy available for Astralis, of course, after winning the previous round. We've got the M4 in the hand of Glaive, so no one with a pistol this time. Double orb set up once again. An Angel looking proactive at the very start of the round. Surely gets traded out here. Good damage towards Glaive, but can't find the second kill. Does 1.5. And at this point, it's Voxic who defends the mid area. Takes down Device. 4-on-3. Huge scalp to take. Magisk, very proficient in the Palace position, but hoping for a CT reaction. I don't think he's going to get it, though, considering they have the leader right now.
Takes a step back from the Flames just to be sure they don't spread in his direction. Down a man already, Astralis, and facing that reset potential. Based on the save from HellRaisers, they've got lots to work with. It's a very disciplined game from them so far. Issa holding top mid as well. That's huge. It's a great position. Watches underpass because no one else is in mid to do so, but can easily swing out. Perfect position to cover anyone rotating back in that direction. So there's not a lot of map available to Astralis here. In fact, 2 players on A. And no matter how he chooses to rotate, Glaive should be spotted at this point by Issa, unless he goes very quietly out from the apartments and sneaks around CT.
Remember, it is Dust 2 next map. We're not getting ahead of ourselves to the lead, but HellRaisers, that's probably their best map. So that's quite exciting, you know. But either way, we're still very early on in this one.
Very early indeed. But again, okay, Voxic just destroys them. They've gotten the one pick on the Lurker toward B. I mean, it's yes, early, but it's the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Astralis just don't seem to have any footing in this. They seem to struggle. I'm going to say, okay, maybe it's a bit early for that, but obviously Blast, 3rd place, the only one they haven't won out of all the events they've been to lately. We're back in their home country, different city, and slow start. Maybe there's something there.
Well, yeah, it's home soil, Grand Slam on the line. Definitely going to be affecting the mindset somewhat. But I don't think it's a huge talking point, but at the same time, there definitely is some truth to it. Like, Blast is a prime example of things not working out at all on home soil. They seem to can't crack that nut of an event. And it's happened here in Odense before as well. So looking to do it properly on home soil, it'd be a momentous occasion. They could do it with the context of the Grand Slam there, but overall not looking good so far. HellRaisers now with 2 AKs on the CT side, 2 orbs, and Angel bringing up the rear of the M4. It has to be an eco there. That's a reset for Astralis, so they're going to take a partial buy here. They did have a bit more money with 4 players surviving previously. So they get 5 pistols here. Armor, smokes, suggests an A-sided attack, but as Chad pointed out, they've been working their B executions as well, so we'll see something towards that side of the map. But really, get the bomb down first with the smoke deployment, and then see what you can do with it after. Looks like it will be a B-side attack as all 5 players head towards that side of the map, at least for now. 4 players in towards the apartments. Device throwing the deep smokes. Chad was pointing those out on the telestrator. And like we said, get that bomb down and see whether you can find frags after that. Dead Fox and Angel switching out their positions.
So door smoke, window smoke, back smoke for bench, 1 for arch. And it should all cover them off. First one's already deployed.
It's 3 players here, they're the CTs. They know what's coming.
Yeah, this is a great crossfire. You get the off backside quad as well. So they only go single arch. They don't go for the double. The double one's late. So it just goes for the peak. Now it lands. It would have covered him off. Instead, it cost them the life. He wanted to make the contact. Voxic, again, so close as he takes down the bomb. Quick little no-scope inside of the quad, and Glaive trying to wrap back in the last alive at a 1-on-3. That's where Voxic is, though. That gives him up, and he's going to try and run forward. It gets into M4. There's an op in front of him. Can make this interesting. He certainly could even pull this off with a minute left if they even overstep, because this is so low. Knows for sure he's inside of Checker, and the flash coming out. He's now the last one alive, 21 HP. Incendiary down, he wants to get this bomb, sees him in the corner. Glaive gets a clutch. Astralis win the round.
They're back, and it's all down to the in-game leader, Glaive, top fragging, 8 and 6. Very calm in that situation. You could see the orbs being so close range could only last so long, as they had to hold on and try and wave those rotations. Glaive doing everything perfectly there. Didn't even have to plant the bomb, taking them down 1 by 1. And Deadfox, he hit some fantastic shots as well. The first just for the smokes deployed, and then all of a sudden hits the close range quick scope as well, and then Glaive. 3-on-1, manages to make it work. That incendiary as well, just to provide some incandescence and block the vision of Issa somewhat. He was low HP, taken down. And now HellRaisers can buy, but you can see they're being whittled down at this point. FAMAS, MP9, and still the Voxic Orb, so still some fighting power here, but a lot weaker than it was before. It's going to be Device with the Orb for the first time as well, as Dupree gets some quick mid-control. You can see no presence there from the CTs whatsoever. It's just Angel and CPL who's holding with the MP9. This will be an A-split as we start to set up the smokes and positioning of Astralis.
Dupree in the corner, not spotted. That gun barrel just in the right angle so that it's be seen as Angel wanted to hold up above. Big round for Glaive to pull back as well. It was a 1-on-3 because, again, bomb down inside of the site. They read those smokes well. They could accomplish anything on entry, but still he manages to make up for it. Dupree gets the opening this time. Angel's down. Issa trying to walk out, 12 HP. Had to get out from Sandwich. The single bullet plus the Molotov that was originally there making problems for him. They now know he's got a Ram, and Ram where? Underneath Shadow. Molotov bounced off the A-frame. Doesn't make it far enough. I don't think it's going to, which is a bit of a shame. Didn't quite throw that deep enough. So Issa with 12 will stay put. Voxic, meanwhile, over toward B, is going to take down Dupree. And this is able to transition again. He's going to need to be pretty much perfect on the M4, but he sneaks in just in time. It just still seems to think he's fire. If he overcommits to this and doesn't actually peek it, Hobbit's going to get one down. He's got position. Oh, he would have had a kill, but he got taken down through the wall. Device actually hit both. Hobbit and did he hit Issa by mistake on that? I think it was secondary. Hobbit fell first, and then he actually spammed the box. But nonetheless, Voxic has Zipix back. Device, bottom of the stairs. Voxic again. How many is he going to get? 3 in the round so far. Glaive defined. Bombs at least planted. Glaive has to clutch once more. It's entirely possible. He's found the first, looks for the second, doesn't even ping it, but goes back out and headshot again. Double clutch for Glaive.
And an important one as well. Not only does it bring the scoreline closer to 6-3, that has broken the back of HellRaisers. Voxic, oh, it's exciting now. This best of 3 is going to start warming up. Like we said, Dust 2 next. Voxic, one of the best AWPers on that map in CSGO right now. Even if HellRaisers don't win this map, I'm very excited for that next one. But it is going to be 6-3, a full eco required here for HellRaisers. Not really in a position where they can justify maybe going for a false buy because they're going to get $2,400 next round. They could buy up. It'll be bare bones. It'll be like M4s for masses, basic utility, but enough as Astralis start to edge their way back into it. Like we said, very early days when the scoreline was 5-1 or even 6-1. As we'll see Astralis with back-to-back clutches from Glaive, made just 1 and 8 right now. Same story for Zipix. Those players still warming up into things. This was the shot that saved the day. Issa was in a prime position to shot maybe 2 or 3 kills down there. Oh my goodness, Voxic. Hitting everyone.
Looking solid. Glaive, again, didn't need to re-peek on this. Play the bomb, but went for it. Dead Fox caught off by it. Gets nailed by the headshot. So 2 in a row, all on the back of Glaive. And we find it for the first time with pistols for HellRaisers. So that's could be the exact lifeline Astralis needed back into this game. Glaive doing all the work to get them there.
Strong nade at the start. It is a force buy. 5-7 CZs. Really did think they'd just wait, and considering the lead they have and this kind of opponent, you want to make sure you have all the main weaponry. There's a kill for Hobbit. He won't get 2 out of this. 2.5. Well, 1.5, I should say. As Majors and Glaive pull it back. Device low HP. But as we get deeper into the round, it looks like Astralis are very comfortable at this point. Glaive watching the murder hole. And it's Angel and Dead Fox with pistols. And they might even be considering a save here, considering they're going to be fully broke next round. They would have had 4,400 per player. Now going to be in an eco position with a 5-7 and CZ. So might as well hold on to it. Astralis with 3 rounds in a row.
To make it 4 in total. Hobbit did very well there. You're right, 1.5. It was 1 and a dink. Device went down to 3 HP.
Yeah.
So there is a bit to save, considering you've got armor and nades.
Yeah, the smoke and the flashbangs at least give you options next round. You could maybe smoke towards the top and middle, take some vision away, flash through at the pistols and see if you can get a couple of kills. You could smoke the A-ramp and flash through that as well. So it's better than just absolutely nothing. Like, you probably won't win the round, sure, but maybe save some AKs off the back of these smokes and upgraded pistols. That's something Angel and Dead Fox both survived, just a note. As it goes round 11, you can see Astralis warming up into this one now. Sometimes slow into tournaments, has to be said. It always looks good towards the end of the tournament, but at the start can be a little bit bumpy. As we enter round number 11, like we said, the other players can't really do much of this. There's a Deagle brought out. That's about it. Voxic staying on the P2000, same story for Hobbit on the USP. And execution, 5 players, contact play off the smokes. And there's actually 4 in the connector, 1 on the side. So at least HellRaisers in position. This is why when you know the money's broken, you don't necessarily want to fully commit about a default, because it can start falling apart. Luckily the smokes are decent, and the 4 players towards connector should be a massive issue, but the 1 on the side might be. What is going on here? The 5-7 delivering in buckets and spades there. We're going to have 3 kills, close range. And Matt, that's back to my point. The reason you don't do these sort of plays when you know you've broken the money is it can fall apart. 2-on-1, Angel with 4 kills. And Device has to try and pull this one back. So close to finding the headshot there.
How does Angel do that? They line up, as if to say line up. He gets an ace as well with the AK. Line up for the 5-7, and he hits both headshots. HellRaisers right back into it, similar fashion in which they were pretty much scorned from it. They've had the lead. They've had Glaive steal it. They've got Astralis the momentum and lose the money, and then immediately he pulls that off. That's incredible. Keeps the AK to carry over. Hobbit's got it in his hands for now.
Yeah, I don't really have time to explain it fully now, but maybe the analysts can go over that rationale of fully executing to a site in the current meta, where it's only this year we've ever seen this sort of formation of 5 players stacking bomb sites on ecos, because it actually works. If a team makes a mistake like that, you get a bit lucky where they go. Normally it's the B bomb site that's stacked up, but they went for A and it all works out for them as we go for another fast hit on this side of the map. It's Zipex that lead the charge. He does spot the player, takes down Hobbit. They're looking to answer back straight away here, and it looks like they might just do it as Zipex goes towards the CT spawn area. Flashbangs and smokes being deployed. That smoke's actually excellent. Nice and deep. You can see Dead Fox can't really do much with it. He knows there's a chance that T's could be pushing. He's actually buying them time as he decides to fall back. Similar mentality they had before.
Should get one more out of this. Oh, Glaive somehow gets away with not dying immediately. Angel finds yet another kill, so that's now 6 in 2 rounds. If that matters to anyone, but what matters more is that Astralis will find 7-5. And only 2 kills in the rounds. So again, disciplined choice from HellRaisers to save the weapons. We're gonna get $1,400. So Issa, that's all he's gonna have to work with in the next round. Likewise, not a lot of money on the Astralis side. They can't justify the chase. But they are back in this game, very much so. There's 2 rounds between them, T-side, Mirage. They can easily make this work.
You're absolutely right. Well, 2 fast A attacks, one not so successful, the other very effective indeed. As we'll see round 13 come through. Haven't had many tactical timeouts just yet. Still, HellRaisers managed to keep significant players alive there with 4 up, so they can buy once again, of course. The open hands of Voxic, who's got 12 kills, Angel with 11. After that amazing ace, he was having quite a slow game until that very important round to bring them back to life. But everyone pretty much neck and neck in terms of the finances right now. Coming to the last few rounds here, as we'll see. 7-5 scoreline come through. Device still on the AWP. Magis gets his 2nd frag of the half. Like we said, a slow start for him, but still plenty of time for him to wake up in the second. As you'll see the scoreboards right there. Dupree at the bottom as well with Magis. Hasn't been the best run so far, but like you said, 7-5 on the T side of Mirage. It's going to be fine. As long as they get 1-2 more rounds, like, it's still a decent half. It's not the end of the world.
Molotov down from Glaive to connector. Haven't put a ton of pressure in mid since the early rounds. Molotov failed to go to the top of the box as Sigma makes contact from the stairs toward Palace. Hobbit, he catches off just when he enters. Fantastic shot from Dupree to take Hobbit back. Despite having that information, Dupree drops down, finally gets taken up from Voxic, but he had Issa. So we sit 3-on-3 as Zipex plays inside of the site, but unconvinced of the whereabouts of his enemies. More importantly, unconvinced by the smokes that are down towards CT. Doesn't want to overcommit. Bomb is inside of the site. That's the bigger problem for them. The mid battle starts to matter because they need to pull some of the defense. They need to be able to work together in tandem, look for trades, but they're actually going to give it up entirely. Glaive's going to rotate back around, so they'll take this by brute force from the front of the site. Device as well going to switch the AWP over to main to try and hit CT.
Ooh, wow. Zipex. Horrible task upon him as the bomb's down on the site. Angel patrolling that connector position and all of the terrorists at the A ramp.
And Angel can see the bomb as well, so he knows that it's there. There's not a lot of utility, in fact, no utility left on the T side. Not a lot of utility for the CTs, but 2 smokes they can certainly delay with, and 2 incendiaries as well, which one will go toward Palace. That's at least covered off, as we know. Not really a problem, but it's the mindset that matters. They can look toward A main instead. Looks like it's Glaive jumping around. That baits him out, though. Gets 1 shot gone and gives him the angle. Angel couldn't find the shot in return, but Dead Fox does. 8-5.
There it is. And getting fired up now. HellRaisers will be taking the half victory at the very least. 8-5. So, in terms of finances, Astralis do have enough to buy here. Wouldn't be the most compelling. They'll have at least 3 rifles. Zipex with the final hit might have to drop a Galil here. She opts for all the utility and armor instead. There's a Galil for Dupree, pistol for Magis. So Hobbit showing us that precision M4A1S gameplay. Dupree gives him a bit of a taste of his own medicine there, but overall, success around for HellRaisers. It's Voxic's fault once again that saves the day. As we'll see ourselves get into round number 14 now. Lots of damage done at the very start. Dupree's down to just 9 points of health already. It's close range and quite personal by the looks of things. He takes Glaive down at the very start, right through the smoke, and it will be the 5-on-4 Dupree low. There will be no money left for the terrorists if they give this one up and no plan, especially. Important round here, not looking good for Astralis.
Okay, Dupree wants to go on it. Bounce flash, decoy, okay, fair play. To cover off any intentions of B, Dead Fox gets convinced seemingly that perhaps there's one more player there than there actually is. Meanwhile, the take goes on to A, and Xyp9x, fantastic shot to Issa. Spots up one more toward Connector, but decides to cross over instead, wants to cover CT. Don't have the utility to do it, so instead the weapon will have to work. Secondary flash does make it. Molotov, that's going to force them in. Hobbit's already inside of it. Good read. Xyp9x looking for more. They've actually snuck through it, but he is ready and waiting and willing to find Voxic as Device gets Angel in turn. It's all the dead Fox. Xyp9x finally meets his maker. However, a lot of HP left, and there's really nowhere for Dead Fox to go.
That was absolutely wild from Xyp9x, wasn't it? That first shot, especially from the Palace position. He has had enough. He comes out, absolutely smacks the player in CT spawn, pushes forward with the Molotov as well, trying to block off those rotations. Actually forces one of them through, aware of that prospect, takes down that second player as well, gets a third, and finally taken down as he does some damage to the last player. That's Device to close things out. That's all about Xyp9x, and Astralis find the 6th round. It's the final round of the half. Number 15 with a bare bones buy from HellRaisers, and they know they have to get aggressive here. Voxic trying to get up close with the orb. Not an ideal position now. Players all around him will get one, but going to be traded out almost certainly. Somehow gets two, might be on for a third as well. He knows the player's there towards shore. This is so important. If he hits this, oh, wow, so close. Not going to happen. Still a 3-on-2, a fighting chance here for the CTs, but they only have an MP9 and a CZ remaining. That's why Astralis are making sure that smoke goes down first. Dead Fox does some damage, and Hobbit might be out of the race at this point because he's all the way in T-spawn. They're making their way towards B. The bomb's already going down, and Glaive will be ready and waiting. 8-7, good half, that one. Enjoyed it.
It's not bad at all. Good comeback from Astralis to at least pull back into it. Took a lot for them to do it, surprisingly, because down 5-1, it was Glaive that doubled up on clutches, but credit to HellRaisers, showing discipline, showing time to save. Angel has a question for the teacher, as Hobbit's looking well on this new roster as well. It's a 1-round lead, though, on Mirage. You said it. Dust 2's next. It's convincing. Voxic's been sharp as ever, but how much can they really look forward to carrying over in the momentum? How much can they actually get going on their T-side pistol? Certainly going to be important for them.
Well, here are the scores. You can see Voxic, no surprise there. It's exciting that he's hitting as many shots as he is. 16, certainly looking like the strongest AWP on the server right now, at least, but it's going to be a long series here. We'll see what they can do. It's 8-7. It started off so well, but I feel like they needed double digits to be really satisfied and give themselves a fighting chance here. Astralis on the CT forces, especially Device, as let's point out his sort of play style is absolutely perfect for Mirage. The fact he can move around so much on this map is fantastic, and that's really where he does his best work. As looks like we've got a slight issue, maybe not. Looks like we're ready to go. As the second half will begin, we'll have a look at the buys and see if we can work out in which way HellRaisers will be heading towards. They got a PT50 for Dead Fox, one smoke and a flashbang. Suggested that one smoke could be a B-sided attack. Can just smoke connector or CT spawn if you want to attack A. You can have a more aggressive stance. We'll see. There one player still yet to buy. See if they bring another smoke out. There is a technical pause. I could see on the cameras something didn't look quite right. Headsets were off. So Xyp9x needed to put his shirt on about.
Cold?
Maybe.
I assume that means sweater. He already had a jersey on. He's not just playing naked or pulling a nothing.
New play style.
I mean, that's how I play at home.
Yeah.
Get the spot heater on me. Get it nice and sweaty.
You want to be comfortable. Well, it is going to be the A-side attack. So 5 players in. So watch out. Do they smoke spawn or connector? Those are their 2 options. And looks like connector. So that's going to be deployed right now. They'll wait for that to go up, and in we go. PG50 leading the charge. It's got the armor combo as well, so they'll be focusing on kills here, specifically towards jungle, as I know rotating players will be coming in from B.
Yeah, but they certainly are aware of his position because Glaive inside connector would have called that, so Angel has to slow up ever so slightly. Good dink toward Dupree as he breaks out the vent. Nonetheless, bomb already planted. Magisk, the only one towards CT at this point in time. He's going to call for some hate in that situation because they wanted to get the vents. He now can't. He's dinked as well. They've got to work in numbers. He spotted 2, so get Zippix nearby. He'll go first on the HP that he has, and he'll find Dead Fox. Both there still. Need to swing and get Hobbit, but he's got a headshot, and we know already the low HP is a problem, so Hobbit gets away with 2, and Issa closes out on device. It's HellRaisers with the second pistol, and they are delighted.
They're fired up. That will be both pistols going in favor of HellRaisers. There we go. They managed to convert the first half to a 5-0 lead. If they can do that again, they'll be in a fantastic position to close up Mirage here. But that's a massive if. And we know that Astralis like to force buy in these second rounds on the CT side, which is exactly what they've done here. Deagles, CZs. They've actually got some smokes and incendiaries as well. If you're not aware, you don't get $1,900 after losing the pistol instead of the classic $1,400. Change from Valve to take the weight away from the pistol rounds, and it has worked successfully, I would say. Good nades at the start, as you would expect from Astralis. It's going to be Angel taking the brunt of the damage down to 50, as Astralis don't commit to the push. They just want to use that grenade presence at the very start, just to stop HellRaisers having completely open middle control.
Hobbit does make his way toward the corner. Keep in mind that he can see that catwalk from that position, but Angel underneath wants to try and get just smoke goes down both directions. That one thrown out a little bit lower by Glaive. Fox is still going to be covering off the window. It's another smoke in that direction, so they've got all kinds of time to work with mid. HP starting to get whittled away as well as its device and Dupree both tagged up considerably. Obviously, Magisk already gone, so things looking good at this point in time for HellRaisers. Glaive's got the window covered off still, though. If that smoke dissipates entirely and they aren't ready for him to be stuck in the corner, could be a slight problem for them. They've already checked out ladder as well, given that they've already bypassed. Unlikely Glaive does much. Drops down, wants to go for the fast flank. Mid, but device inside of the sights. Already gone. No, he's not. He's still on 4. Now he's gone. Does manage to get Dead Fox surprisingly beforehand, but Glaive on the flank, looking to try and find what he can. First one successful. Can he really clutch another one? He's got armor to work with. He's got an AK picked up. He's actually got the HP advantage. No head armor, but that's fine, except for the MAC-10. And the MAC-10 is up close against Issa. Less of a factor. And Glaive might be hedging his bets here. Given that he does not have a kit, does he go? He's going to have to run quickly. Knows there's likely to be a crossfire. Spots one in the sight, but has not heard Angel at all yet. Now he will. He's got to go. If he's going to go now, he's got to go. Finds another. Angel down, has to get toward Issa, and he's still holding off toward backside of quad. In fact, he's managed to get there undetected. Glaive's unaware of where he's gone. He's looking toward the bench, and this could be the end of him, because time is certainly a factor, and with a 10-second defuse, Glaive has completely lost track of a very silent Issa, who's going, ooh, I thought was going to punish him on the way out, so Glaive should at least get this AK-47, but the round goes away from him.
Well played by Issa. He knows how potent Glaive's looking today in those clutch situations, just using the sound cues, didn't overcommit to the challenge, making sure there was no time left. Unlikely to have a kid in that scenario, and even if they did, it's not possible really to defuse at the point the bomb got to. So Glaive unable to get the third clutch in his favor. It will be 10-7, another eco. Oh, are they buying here? The saved AK, I think they're going to purchase off this. Okay, so they're going to go for the partial buy instead. I thought they were going to go all in, considering it came down to the 1 versus 1. They're going to use that AK, get some CZs with some body armor. No real grenades here, but a fighting chance. Says a fast attack towards the A site, and these are the sort of rounds that do fall away. If you just rush in towards the bomb site here, it can be detrimental to the squad, but they get the first pick here. It might be absolutely fine as Angel confirms the second kill. That's Magisk going down to CT spawn, and the third as well. Zipex dropped as Dupree and Glaive will just try and hold on to the CZ and AK now because they've got armor. No chance of winning this.
So with that said, HellRaisers will find number 11 against 7. Dead Fox back toward the window will clear out the angles and they'll exit all together. One player, I should say, stays behind Hobbit to make sure that Zipex won't pull off a cheeky north defuse. Snacks defuse, I guess we're on Mirage.
On Mirage,
Snacks, yeah.
Against FaZe, I think it was.
Look, it was Zipex that did it though, right? So
yeah.
Well, we can still call it a Zipex defuse. KRB defuse. Who else? Is there no one else?
Well, Zipex did it most recently, right?
Yeah,
That's pretty much the last thing. I can't think of any other iconic ones. Big lands. I think those are the top 3.
Yeah.
But they do save the AK, and Device gets the AWP out. Really rough start here for Astralis in the game when they went 5-0 down. They pulled it back to 8-7.5, and then lost the pistol again. 4-4 in the second. 3-0 down, and that's the kill that was really important. That Voxic on the lander as well. Quite lucky they were so direct and accurate as Angel sealed the deal. And a nice, decent buy here with the saved AK for Astralis. Got the nades they need. They've got the AWP out, and HellRaisers a bit of a gambit as well themselves. As Hobbit goes down, and they'll go quickly towards middle as it's a trade back and forward, but Astralis have the lead for now. Damage done towards Device, lucky to be alive with those bullets, just raining in towards the connector. Glaive takes advantage of the fact they're still trying to find Device, and it's going to be 4 versus 1. Issa absolutely done for. In fact, he's going towards the A side, no chance of surviving this one, and it will be Glaive to close out a clean round there, very clean. Only one player goes down, and that was Dupree, who's been saving the AK, so his money's fine, and it will be 11-8. They're asking Device in chat what his HP was, because you could see them really desperate for that kill, maybe overcommitted to it. The amount of spray they gave towards the connector allowed Glaive to challenge, undetected, find the kills, and find a very clean round.
Yeah, Astralis able to pick that up, bring us closer yet again, but we have another gun round for HellRaisers, for Angel.
Just about.
AKs versus M4s, with the exception of the only weapon aside from that being an AWP.
Barely any grenades there. And a B rush.
Device, yeah, he's going to have to be super careful in this. Finds position, though, finds 1. Goes to look for yet another, but low HP on 2. He's not aware of it, so he's going to stay on the op, still clips Hobbit through the back of the man, but unfortunately, Voxic on the AK has other ideas and reads the fact that Zipic's working in from Cat as well, brings it back to 2-on-2. On that side of the site, he's going to pick up an op. He wants it. He's loving it. He's playing up closer, but he doesn't even care. Glaive tag, Voxic gets the kill. Angel went down, so it's a 1-on-1. Magisk. And Voxic, who's got the headshots, and HellRaisers with the rounds.
Surprising May just goes to that challenge, considering the bomb wasn't down. And he knows Voxic got the AWP as well. Surely get him out of position, get him planting first, and then you could challenge and maybe get out the window safely. But commits to it, down he goes. And Voxic, Matt, I didn't even notice it. He's got 25 kills.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got to be up there. He's got to be, because he's had so many multi-kill rounds.
That's insane. That's like out of nowhere. 25. He's had a great game. We've noticed that, but I didn't think he was that strong. Well, that is quite the reset, actually. There will be a buy here from Astralis, but HellRaisers, if ever there was a chance to close out a game, this would be it. Win this round, they're full eco, and you'll be 13-8 up. Voxic is just playing like an absolute king right now. 4 kills in that round, 2 of which the AK-47. This guy's not a one-trick pony. He can do it all. Look at the skill and the awareness. Every shot was calculated there. So there we go. It is going to force a buy out of Astralis. It's a tactical timeout. You can see, there it is, 25 kills at the very top, 120 ADR. 1 AWP, 1 M4, 2 UMPs and a FAMAS, no kits. They need this round. Astralis lose this, that could be game. But there's a reason they're the best team in the world, Matt. They are quite handy in these sort of rounds. Always seems to work out for them in the end. Kings of comebacks right now. Dupree even said in an interview recently, he feels like the team's in good form, but they're having to do it off the back foot most of the time and have these huge comebacks more often than not. He would prefer to be in a team where they're winning everything, sure, but it's a bit more comfortable. But we'll see what they can do here. No kits. They're still going to hold on to the 4 smokes they have, not deploying those at the start of the round. Want to wait for full commitment before they deploy those. So, Voxic looking for more here. Yet to fire a shot off in this round, heading towards A ramp. And the position of Device is actually in CT spawn, so he'll be waiting. And that's quite a tantalizing battle, especially if Toxic goes to the default contact play here.
Toxic, are you giving him a new nickname?
Is that what I said?
He's toxic to Astralis, maybe.
Although, yeah, possible. Well, he has been this map.
He's definitely not toxic to his team. Prescope walked in, one of the angle. Device gets the shot back, however, so it's the, Astralis side. They get the early start. They double that up, but then it's pulled right back. Issa and Hobbit, great work on entry. They're going to leave the op on the ground this time, I should say. It's Glaive. Molotov back toward the window. Zipix, he's got other ideas. Look at him on the AWP. Is that really something you see every day? Not quite. And Hobbit shows us why. Flashed off, runs around. AK quickly disposes of his opposition. And with that, Glaive and Dupree need to make a decision. Glaive goes to an M4. He's going to sit toward the stairs. He's actually going to give this a go. Got time to buy, however, because it's Dupree on the flank that he's really trying to bring back into this. So Single Smoke needs to make a little bit more noise because A-Main's going to turn around short. Really, no, Dupree. He just walks in, cleans it out. Now Glaive starts to clear the inside of the site, but not aware Issa's behind the smoke, and Dupree knows the time without that kill is really not available, but gets the AWP at least.
Full reset, 13-8 down. They might have to buy this one considering they've got the orb. I would say that the fact Dupree saves that weapon is actually very important.
I'm going to say it as well. This isn't sort of a game where it's been unfortunate circumstance going against Astralis. HellRaisers look the better team this map.
Yeah, their teamwork and individual stars are shining much brighter than Astralis right now. As Voxic didn't even find a kill in that round, to be honest. Actually just a nice A attack and trading out the kills. And the flanks came in from Astralis. They were in position for a couple more there, but didn't have the firepower or the grenades to really do much with it. They do not force up around the orb, but it doesn't mean the round's over. Dupree is actually incredibly talented with the orb, and he's in the correct position as well. They're heading towards B. He's got a kill here, no problem. He doesn't hit it. I thought that was his. He does hit the second.
Likes it, though. That'll help for the pistol if he wants to pull it out to makes up for it. Just goes straight back out to find another light. Issa as well. He's so close in every situation, but can't find kills. Angels got problems in mid. MP7 and 3 players on pistols picking him apart. Not a chance to get a kill back, but they get the bomb down in a 3-on-3 situation. Astralis going to try and give this a go. Perhaps pistols only. There's nothing to lose. But I think maybe exits and weapons,
that would be likely. Yes, try and get some AKs out of this one so the buy's a bit stronger. Next round, they're still going to be struggling. 14-8. HellRaisers in touching distance now of taking the first map. Remember, just in terms of the veto, I think Pimp was absolutely spot on with his analysis of the veto. The fact that he's saying, why Astralis didn't pick Inferno, their bread and butter, and you're playing against HellRaisers. They've got Voxic, who's a Dust 2 specialist, to stay away from Dust 2. It's too much of a wild open map, I think.
Yeah, but this could be the group stage picks that we've seen from Astralis.
Which they did at ECS, I think.
Yes.
Oh, no,
it was ECS. Yeah, it was group stage of ECS. They tried to bring Train, exactly.
Yeah.
And they barely won it.
Yeah, this is a really worrying moment for them. The fact the second map is Dust 2.
Excuse me, I say they nearly won it. MIBR beat them. It was double overtime. That's right.
That's exactly what happened. It was when they've tried to mix things up and shy away from their usual, okay, bang cash, play Inferno, or nuke if it's available. That's when things seem to go wrong, and this could be one of those series. But we are getting way ahead of it.
It is group stage as well, and Astralis knows that. That's why they're taking these risks, because they want to try and implement stronger maps, knowing that eventually people are going to start to counter them on the ones they're good at. They are basically the sample for how to counter-strat a team right now, if you want. Hobbit holds off against Dipix. 2 players down already. SMG couldn't do anything against the AWP now upgrade for Hobbit as he tries to hold off and keep B alive. Device has window. They're already inside of the site. Bomb's gone that direction. Angel walks out from connected from A. They had no idea that he pushed through the site. And that's due partly to the fact that Glaive pushed Palace and had no information. Now he should be able to find one here against Angel. Flash out. But they're already considering this. They're already looking that direction. Angel just smokes him. This is impressive. HellRaisers are one step ahead in seemingly every situation. They'll lose 1 player finally in the form of Hobbit, but he found 2 kills this round. His job's long done. This is 15 rounds now for HellRaisers.
It absolutely is, and 5 going down from Astralis. They have no cash map. This should be over. This should be a foregone conclusion now. No way Astralis should be winning this round. They've got less than 3K on average per player. And HellRaisers, as long as they don't rush into a situation and call like a rush B and run into a stack, this should be theirs. The way they're playing right now, I don't see them giving this one up. But here comes the buy from Astralis. Obviously have to at this point. A Scout, a Deagle, a UMP. FAMAS and M4 there, sure, no kits. And Magisk, 5 and 17. One of the slowest games from him we've seen in a very long time. And we'll see if HellRaisers do it right here, right now, and set themselves up for a 2-0 against Astralis with the new pickup Hobbit. We haven't really talked about Hobbit too much. That's because he's 13-13 right now. He's the bottom of the pack.
See the ankle.
But Voxic does see the ankle and confirms they are close range at least. He might want to fall back. He's got no one there to back him up at all, but I guess that's not really the mantra of Voxic in general.
You say bottom of the pack, but look at the other side. Magisk 5 kills only. That's
not good.
I would say it's not something to write home about, but you're at home, so everyone's already aware.
Yeah, true. So if ever there's a chance to close out a game against Astralis, this would be it. But can they find it? They've already taken damage of Voxic, maybe overcommitting the fact he was alone. They're going to get this goal. Major, surely. Glaive is there to back them up, but they know Majors is there. They convert the kill. Now the A side's open. Have they got the smoke for CT spawn? Voxic holding the rear. Another kill comes in. Dupree, a WP actually the scout in spawn. Really far from ideal, but they are making mistakes though.
Timing.
They didn't have to plan that. No one was ready to defend.
There was no one ready to defend. They had so much time left on the clock, and yet Xyp9x is able to push through and find the only man in the open, the one planting the bomb. No one further forward of that, so couldn't get an angle to defend. Issa does pull it back, however. Dupree and Xyp9x go down, and it's 16-8. What?